Hi everyone, my name is FireWave and I am a crazy French solo gaming developer. And so this is a series about me creating a mobile game for Android devices using Unreal Engine game engine. I am using today Unreal Engine, so 5.5, and not Unity because of a certain John. And so yeah, let's dive in. And so this series will be sort of a tutorial for how you guys can also develop a mobile game using this game engine. And so let's dive in right away. So on the menu today, we're gonna set up the project in Unreal. So a quick word, you need to have 5.5 minimum because the other version won't support SDK 34 of Google Play, and Google requires your game to run at least SDK 34. 5.3 doesn't support it, the version 4 of the game engine doesn't support it either, so yeah. 5.5 is the one to go to, 6 I don't know yet, so we'll see that in the future. So first of all, you just need to basically launch the game engine. Okay, great. So now we are gonna select games. Okay, the target is mobile. Quality, we're gonna select scalable. I'm gonna save it in a specific folder. Yep, this one's good. I'm gonna want to select a blank to start with. Yep, this seems good. So project name, just gonna say mobile game. For now, I haven't decided what the game's name gonna be. That will be in a future video. Okay, after 15 minutes, I'm on the laptop. The project has opened. Okay, this is blank, this is blank, this is all blank. Perfect. Okay, so the first step is setting up Unreal for Android. So you go in project setting, go down a little bit, and you'll go to the Android tab, which is just here. So this is, default settings, and we're gonna configure that right away. So really easy. You just say configure now. Magic, it works. So I'll explain quickly the different fields here. So the Android package name, so this is basically the name of your project. You'll get this later in the video. We need to go on Android console to get this. Store version, so this will be the public store version. So as you can see, it's between 1 and this number. So it's incremental. Every time you publish a version, you just add one here. This one and this one, I never use them. You can use it to keep track of some store version, but this one's the main one you're gonna want to keep. Version display, so this is basically in-game the version that's going to be displayed. Minimum SDK version, so the target you're going to want to say, let's see, from memory it's 34. This is the target, the minimal target you want to have. Minimal, you can leave it there. As long as target SDK version is 34, you're good to go. Internal only, you're gonna say let it as that. Package game inside APK, you're not gonna want this one if you're gonna use Google as the main store. Generate, no. So this one, I need to check something. So I already had some experience publishing games for Android devices with this one called Zombie Shooter, which was basically a learning project that I've evolved into a full game. So as you can see here, it would be .com my company name, which is FireWave Studio, and Zombie Shooter, which is a name you get on Google Play. Anyway, what I wanted to know is here. So let's see. I want to use this one. So yes, this is gonna be annoying. Oh. Here we go. Thank you. So let's see, it's landscaping. Okay, so everything's default. Okay, so yeah, this is really important. You're gonna want to have generate bundle ABB checked. So this is basically Unreal Engine is gonna compile all your data into one file called AB. And this is the file you're gonna import on Google Play so that it uploads over there. Okay, so let's see, next, okay, so I don't want to support Vulkan. Oh yeah. So here, advanced APK packaging, you're gonna want to add 2 arrays here, which is basically this one and this one. So what it's gonna do is, this is gonna be used for Google Play services, and it will allow you to basically, if I remember well, match your game ID in Unreal with Google Play. It's basically necessary for Google Play integration if you plan to do that. Other thing, you're gonna need some extra permissions. So if you want to connect to the internet, so make some GET requests, for example, you're gonna need internet, you're gonna need get account, and you're gonna need use credentials. Okay, so let's go in next. Okay, so this is default, that's good. Okay, so project SDK override. Yes, so you're gonna want to say this one is gonna target SDK level 34, so it's the minimal version required to publish a game on Google. Debug sign. Okay, so just remember, blur this. I need to blur this. Distribution signing. This is gonna be really important. It basically says, hey, I'm the developer of this game, Google, I can certify this with these informations, and you're basically gonna need a key pass file. Key pass file is really simple to get. Yeah, let's do it right now actually. So what you're gonna need is to bring up the command prompt. This is the command line, so we're gonna edit the info. So the name of the tool is called keytool, and you're gonna need to have the parameter genkey -v all of this, and this is where you're gonna put the custom name you choose. This can be anything. I'm gonna say FireWave spelled correctly. I usually put the alias name as the name I've chosen just there, and then you're gonna keep all of this. So the number here is the valid duration of the key tool you're gonna generate, and it's in days. So 10,000 days is just about enough. I'm just going to say 50,000 just to be sure. So copy, paste, here we go. And this is where you're gonna input a password to protect your file. So something secure is gonna be required. Confirm. Okay, so this is gonna be info that you're gonna have to input. So okay, and we've got our key store. So that's really good. And so it should be under user. Yep, there it is. So then you're gonna take the keystore file that you just generated, you're gonna go into the folder of the game you generated. And from memory, it should go in the Android folder. I'm just gonna double check that. Yep, it's that, build/Android. We have the keystore. So now that you have this located in this exact position, we're gonna go back to our the project settings. So keystore, you are gonna copy paste the name with .keystore in it. There we go. The alias, so that's basically what we put in the command line. So me, it's FireWave. The password, be aware that the password is written without any sort of cache. So beware if you ever live stream that, because once this password leaks, well, you're gonna have to generate a new one. Double checking. Okay, this is good. And now we go to Google Play Services. We can configure that now. We can configure it later. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do it now because it's just a button to press. I'm gonna enable Google Play support. Game app ID, we'll have that later on, and I don't want to include that because I'll use a plugin later. Google Play license key, we'll have that later as well, and I've never used that, so yeah, because I don't use Google APIs. Okay, underneath, you're gonna find the icons for your game, different sizes. Well, you can read all about it over there. So this is the splash screen at the start of your game. You can customize that as well by clicking, and you can show it by clicking it here, otherwise the game launches immediately. And let me double check the rest of the settings, but it should stay as default. Yep. Okay, great. We've done what we could do in the project settings so far. So next step is head into Google Play Console. Okay, so this is Google Play Console. Before we start, just a quick word. You will need to pay, so I think it's 10 or either $15 or euros to access it. And once you pay that, you'll basically land here. You'll probably get a tutorial, but I've done that ages ago. But what we want to do is basically create a new app. And this is I'm gonna need an app name. Okay, so after a little bit of brainstorming, I decided that the name of the game will be Outpost 42, because 42 is the geek number by excellence, and Outpost because, well, you'll see in later episodes what I've got in mind for the game. So that's all of it. So I don't know why this still is red, but I selected. So create an app. Will it work? No, because apparently I need to select it again. Okay, now create the app. It's creating. And welcome to your Google Play Console dashboard. So you've got a list of basic tasks you need to do to access production. So it's beginning with doing internal testing, then you need to do testing with other players with your game, then you can access production. It will basically take you at best 2 weeks to get the production access, but you can count on maybe a month because you'll see that you need to adjust your game's settings. Well, that was my case basically. Okay, but first and foremost, we're gonna do We need to go somewhere. Is this normally? Yes. So you go in the apps integrity. So it's underneath test and publish, and it's basically this one. What you're gonna do is well, you can read documentation if you want to read it, but it's pretty straightforward. You're gonna want to associate a Google Cloud project. So we're gonna create a new one. Can I create a new one from here, or do I need to go? I need to go on the Google Cloud. Okay, so where can I find the link to Google Cloud? Okay, so we're gonna start by doing play services, because it will create us a Google Cloud project, and we need that. So first, you can find this underneath well, this section, and it's Google Play Services configuration. So first step is create a Google Cloud project. So you're going to click that blue button, which is create a project on the cloud. It'll give you the link here, so just click on there. Project name, so I'm gonna call it Outpost 42. It's gonna verify that it's okay. Organization, you can leave it as blank for, yeah, you can leave it as blank for here. Okay, I still got 18, so that's pretty much okay. Okay, great. So this is going to be your dashboard for Google Cloud aspect of your project. You are going to need some information from here in the future, but for now, you've done everything that you needed to. So go back on Google Play Console. You just need to F5 if you don't see the project in your list. So then, oh well, there we go. And Outpost 42 is here. So create, okay, and you just click the button use at the bottom of the screen. Google does its googly thing, and here we go. You have linked, you've started to activate Google Play Services and created the Google Cloud project, so this is good. Let me check my list. So, okay, so before we switch back to the Unreal Engine, we're gonna finish setting up here. So you've got the tutorial here, it's pretty well done, so just click the next one. So auth screen is basically saying, I need to use this or this permissions, please say yes, and then the user usually says yes. So begin configuration, configure, okay, Google Cloud, okay, I'm in Outpost 42, get started. App name is going to be Outpost 42. This is my mail, so we're going to select external then. I thought internal you could. No, because I'm not in a Google workspace. Okay, so external. Next, contact information. So I'm just going to put my mail, and I agree, continue, create, and you should be good to go. Now what we're gonna need to is go to audience, clients. Yeah, okay, this is where we need to go. So after you've set up the project, you're gonna go into clients and you're gonna go create client. Super easy to do. Application type, it's Android. Name, well, Outpost 42 clients. Package name, so this is, okay, we're gonna define it now. So it always starts as com, dot your organization name, so me is FireWave Studio, dot the name of your game. So in my case, it's going to be Outpost 42, but you can't put spaces, so Outpost 42 all linked. Great. Now you need the SHA-1 certificate fingerprint. So this is why we basically created the keystore file. We're gonna take the SHA-1 key here and put it here. You're gonna have to find the certificate fingerprint, and to do so, well, they've inputted the command right here. So we'll just modify it to get the path. So let's see, this path to so this, and we need the name of the file with the key store. Here we go. Okay, so this is my command line to input. I'll do it right now. Okay. Fail because, let's see, try without this. No. Why is it not working? Okay, I remember this bug. If I remember correctly. Yay. So, this is an interesting bug. If in your path you've got spaces, it will create problems as you've just seen. So in order to fix that, you just put double quotes between your path, and the spaces will not be an issue anymore. And this is why you remember passwords, because it asks you the passwords. Okay, so you've got all the information from your keypass file, including the SHA-1 key. So this is some very sensitive information. Never share any of that with anyone other than yourself and your co-workers if you work with a team. And well, where it says SHA-1, you're gonna copy it and you're gonna paste it there. As simple as that. Once you've pasted it, so you do create. It's gonna say auth client created. Okay, and you're just gonna say okay. And there you go. Congratulations, you've got your client on Google Play Cloud. Okay, so now you've got new screen for ID. So Android, you're gonna see you don't have any identification selected. You're just gonna click here to add IDs. Okay, it's gonna bring you on that screen. So it is an Android auth client here. Well, I would say I don't see why don't select deactivated, but you be you if you want to keep it there. And then you're gonna select basically the client you just created. Once again, information that you see here, that is displayed here, is very sensitive. So once again, don't share it with people you don't trust. Once selected, just say save. And now you're gonna get something really useful, which is project ID. So the project ID, you're just gonna copy that, go back into Unreal, and where it asked you the project ID, yep, here, game app ID, you just paste the number that's been given here. And at the same time, we can go back all the way up there and say that my package name is .com firewave studio .outpost 42. Okay, so configuration wise, we're pretty much done for the basic. I'm gonna double check. So now over here, we're gonna go on test and publish. We're gonna go into internal testing. And this is where it gets really interesting. First, let's switch back here really quickly. I just seen that the mouse hasn't been recorded, so I'll have some work to do on post editing. What we're gonna do is create something really quickly. So window, content browser 1, all. Oh, there we go. So content is empty. We'll create a folder named maps. Okay, maps, create quickly welcome screen. Screen. Okay, open this one. It's black. Okay, great. We're just gonna do something really quick and dirty here. Open level blueprint. Okay, so never use tick. Create widget. Add to viewport. Okay, and I'm just gonna really quickly, don't do this at home, kids. Widget, blueprint, it's welcome screen. Okay. So just a very basic one. Canvas. Okay. We'll just do some text. Okay. Center the text, because why would you not center it? And say it works caps. Okay, this is pretty much all I need for now. So just don't forget to select the widget that you created, because otherwise. Okay, let's double check that it actually works. Okay, it works. Okay, so far so good. Now what you're gonna have to do is under platform, select Android and package project. So this is not a tutorial on how to get this button working. I'll give you a few tips on if it's grayed out. First one is install Android Studio. There's plenty of tutorials out there that tells you how to do it. When you install it, remember to download SDK 34, at least 34, and you should be good to go. And then just restart your PC and this should be working as expected. So before doing that, I nearly forgot, we need to, in project settings, in packaging, actually tell him that we want to include this map that we created, and it's the default one. It's in maps and mobs. Yeah, maps and mobs. Oh, there are quite a few. Anyway, welcome screen and welcome screen. Yeah, there we go. Welcome screen is the default map to load. Then packaging, we're gonna have, here we go, additional directories, list of maps to include, there we go, add, and we're gonna need to content maps, here we go. So if you don't do that, it'll break. Okay, so this is done. You are, oh yeah, you're gonna need to select always build, otherwise you're gonna get some errors. Sometimes you could never know why. I'm gonna do shipping because why not? Build target, I don't think this is necessary for now. Full rebuild, yep. Full distribution, yep. Include, nope. And if I remember everything, this should be enough. Okay, so now let's click package. So it's gonna ask you where to output the files it's gonna compute. I just like to put everything on my desktop because why not? Mobile game. Select the folder, select, and you're just gonna watch it compute, so yeah. Grab yourself some cookies or whatsoever. I'm gonna go live for a little bit. Okay, so we have completed the packaging process and we can see here build successful. So at this point, you're pretty much good to go to upload your first build on Google Play. So let's do that right away. Your first step is to double check that it's been compiled correctly. So go into the folder. You're gonna see Android A. Okay, so in next episodes I'll change that, but it's gonna be there. And you are gonna see AAB file. So this one. This is the one that you want. This is the only file that you pretty much need for the next steps. So let's switch back to here. So internal testing. We'll start by selecting some testers. Oh, okay. My files from previous game are here. I'll just input. Yeah, I'll do this one. Okay, save this. Okay, selecting testers is okay. Then we'll create a release for internal testing. So app bundle, you'll have to drag and drop the file in here. Okay, you let it upload it. Let's see. While it's uploading, don't quit the page, otherwise you'll have to redo everything again. Okay, I'll go to this real quick. Integrity. Yeah, we need this. So we need this. Okay, associate the project. Basically, just follow the by default settings for now. Okay, so this is what you want to avoid in your game. So we're gonna select that. Okay, well, these two options are pretty... That's done. Let's go back to the internal testing. Okay, so this is where we get it. Oh. Did click in this... Oh, okay. Well, don't do this button. It'll cancel what you were uploading. So let's upload it again. So while it's uploading, we can complete these. So name of the version, pretty self-explanatory. So if you basically do a new map, you can say new map of your game. I'll just say first internal test. You don't need to find new names. You can copy paste the same name between versions. And this is a node version, so release of the game as internal test. As simple as that. So let's just wait for this to finish. Alright, so this is why it didn't work. Okay, so after a little bit of research, we can see that this says, because we're using this permission, we need to complete the confidentiality rules. So where you go to find them? So let me just double check. Okay, so it's this section, then it's gonna be this one, and content of the app. You are gonna have quite a few things to complete. So if you need to go back and change whatever answer you did, go back to treated, I don't know the translation in English for this one, and you can, well, update them here. So now we should be able to publish our internal testing version. So let's go back here. Let's go back here. We'll upload ours once again. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so I didn't need to upload it again. I just need to select this one since no changes has been made. Okay, so next. Finger crossed. Okay. At least it tells you how to solve this one. So according to what I said, your app uses an add idea. Oh, okay. So my bad. Just say no. Just say no. So one error. Why? This is the joy of developers getting errors that you don't know why. So this one says your app uses a library that is at a certain version, but you need this one or the newest one to make it work. Do it, otherwise we don't allow you to publish the game. So let's do it. So this is an issue that you'll have to fix in Unreal Engine. So I am gonna do something I planned for later, which is enabling one plugin that I bought, because I don't know how to do everything, so I'm using plugins to develop my game in a faster way. So I've bought something that's called play-based services. So let's go there. I'll do a quick presentation. Yeah, from Parrot Gaming. So he has some useful plugins that enables you to access Google Play services much easier than if you were to use the abysmal Google official documentation, and it sort of handles some specific Google Play shenanigans, and I hope it includes the billing problem and just when I restarted the editor, I just remembered that billing is in here as well. There we go. I want monetization goodies. So just so you know, some plugins that you buy will sort of enter in conflict with one plugin enabled by default, which is Google Pad. So if you encounter some errors while compiling, just disable this one, it works great. And just so to come back here, monetization goodies. So this is another developer, Nineveh Studios. They also do the Google Play goodies, but the Parrot Gaming, I'm using Parrot Gaming goodies for a reason that you'll see in a future video. But the Nineveh monetization plugin works perfectly fine. I already managed to set this up in another game. So yeah, just enable this one, restart again. Okay, this has been restarted. So I will need to compile another version of the app. To do so, because version 1 is already used in game, I need to do, version 2. Yay! Just before we move on, I'll double check something. Google Play, I'll enable service. Oh, I need the ID. Okay. Okay, so the package has been compiled. We're gonna upload the version 2 on the web. Okay, so it's uploaded. You can see that version 2 is the one selected. Next, and hopefully it works. Yep, okay, it works. So I just have a warning which says it's not yet ready to be published, but we don't have to care about that yet. So you'll see that the game MT is 55 meg. It will, well, this one really depends of the country you reside in. Anyway, you just need to click the save and publish, and okay, we nearly there. So in order to test the game, if you go back into testing, you'll either create a diffusion list of people who has access to the game, or select one you've already got. Anyway, you will need to click this little link over there, so copy, and you'll need to send that to the testers so they can download the game on Google Play. So I'll do that in the next video. So anyway, thank you for watching. Next episode I'll go into testing the app on the phone, creating a small level, doing the logic and organizing files, importing also all the assets that I've bought, and I'll share a bit more details on the plans for the game. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you guys next time.